The Gospel of Mark chapter 12. Verses 1 to 12 is about the parable of the tenants. It helps us grasp its Old Testament roots and its direct application to Jesus' hearers. The parable teaches us about stewardship, rejection, judgment, and transfer of privilege. Verse 1. Jesus then began to speak to them in parables. A man planted a vineyard. He put a wall around it, dug a pit for the winepress, and built a watchtower. Then he rented the vineyard to some farmers and moved to another place. The vineyard imagery deliberately echoes Isaiah 5 verses 1 to 7. God's loving cultivation of Israel. God has invested fully in his people and entrusted leadership to them. We see it as a picture of God's relationship with Israel. Jesus says that a man planted a vineyard, meaning that God established Israel and prepared a place for his people. Put a wall and fence around it, meaning that God provided protection and boundaries. Dug a winepress, meaning that he prepared everything necessary for the vineyard to produce fruit. Built a watchtower, meaning that God provided care, protection, and oversight. Rented it to farmers, meaning that Israel's leaders were entrusted with responsibility for God's people. Went away, meaning that the owner remained the rightful owner, even though the tenants were given responsibility. God created, planted, protected, and entrusted the vineyard. But the vineyard never belonged to the tenants. The tenants were supposed to produce fruit for the owner. Instead, as the story continues, they reject and mistreat the servant sent by the owner, and eventually kill his beloved son. Mark 12 verse 1 begins a powerful picture of God's patience, Israel's responsibility, human rebellion, and ultimately the rejection of Jesus, the beloved Son.